How and why exactly would an athlete perform with a severe injury? This is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle, winning his 1995 World Championship. And he did win the 1996 Olympics with a broken freaking neck. The why is fairly simple, though difficult to understand for some. The window in which an athlete is in their prime is very small. The Olympics are every 4 years, and athletes dedicate their entire lives to winning that title. Athletes are used to training and competing with constant nagging injuries. So when a more major injury occurs, athletes are more willing and able to compete through it. That's essentially what happened to Kurt in 1996. Even though Kurt was the 1995 world champion, he still had to qualify for the Olympics. It is essentially a two-tournament process. The first tournament is the U.S. Open in the spring. Wrestlers that place in the top 8 of the U.S. Open qualify for the Olympic Team Trials. The Olympic Team Trials is the second tournament, which occurs in the summer, and the winner of that is on the Olympic team. Kurt broke his neck in the early going of his U.S. Open semifinal match. He got hit with an arm spin, and in order to try not to expose his back to the mat, he posted on his head, which broke his neck. Kurt didn't realize he had broken his neck at the time, but he did say that his arms both went numb. Obviously, Kurt was able to come back and win the match. However, after the match, before the finals, he said that he was in severe pain. Kurt did beat another future two-time Olympian, Kerry McCoy, in the U.S. Open finals. That victory earned him a huge advantage in the Olympic team trials. At that time, U.S. Open champions were guaranteed a bye to the finals of the Olympic team trials. Meaning all of his opponents had to wrestle a tournament and he got a bye all the way to the finals. So he was just waiting for one wrestler to win a mini tournament and then they would have to wrestle Kurt. Kurt had to beat 4-time NCAA All-American and national champion Dan Chade. It was a best-of-3 series, so Kurt had to wrestle him twice and did beat Dan twice in a row. Now, let's rewind, because how did Kurt do this if he had a broken neck? Initially, Kurt's doctors did not think that Kurt would be able to compete to make the Olympic team. Kurt explained to his doctor that he wouldn't have to compete in the Olympic team trials for 6 weeks. The doctors thought that 6 weeks might be enough time to put a plan together to get Kurt ready to compete. Kurt needed to take several weeks off the mat to rest. Then, before training sessions, Kurt would take 12 shots of Novocaine in his neck. Novocaine is a numbing agent, and it was not listed on the banned substance list in 1996. Kurt said that he felt great while he was training and competing. However, after the Novocaine wore off, he said that he would be in absolutely severe pain. This process became part of Kurt's routine in the summer of 1996. Kurt would, of course, go on to win the 1996 Olympics, and later, of course, would go on to be a WWE Superstar. So that's how Kurt broke his neck and was able to go on to win the Olympics in 1996. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more wrestling content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you on the next one.